everyone. Welcome to the first episode of the Landing on Landsdown podcast. I'm your host, Chris Ferara, joined by Mr. Devin Roche in sunny South Florida right now. I am sadly in the freezing cold of Boston, which I am not used to. So we are pretty much here to talk about Red Sox and the MLB. And Devin, if you want to add something, just add it.
Just breaking down all the player options, team options, mutual options that just happened, and some notable minor league free agents in this episode. Some big ones.
Yeah, we like to keep it light. We like to have fun, and we'll see how this fucking goes. I shouldn't have said fucking, but who cares? Whatever. All right, so let me just minimize this so I can still see you. All right, how do we feel, Devin Roche? How do you feel about the Red Sox season this year?
It was a success. I mean, the farm system improved vastly. The team overachieved. Alex Cora was unbelievable at the helm again, even though he was left off the manager of the year finalist.
Dude, I mean, we'll get into the awards later, but oh my God, I was so pissed when I didn't fucking see Alex Cora on there. Like, the Red Sox literally went from last to making it a deep run in the playoffs like they did. What are they? Was that 2017, 2018, right? They did the same thing.
I mean, I knew they weren't going to give it to him because the whole Astros cheating thing, but he still deserved it this year.
I know he deserves something. He doesn't deserve like nothing. I don't know. And who are the other ones? It's Kevin Cash,
Dusty Baker, who does deserve.
Yeah, I do like Dusty Baker.
And the manager from the Mariners.
Yeah, he's cool. Yeah, honest to God, I feel like I know we're supposed to be talking about the Red Sox and everything, but like I feel bad for the Mariners, dude, and all these like small market teams because Corey Seager going into free agency, like they all said goodbye to Corey Seager because they know he's not coming back to Seattle. Which
Kyle
is like or Kyle.
Wrong Seager.
Whatever, dude. Seager. I got it right. I was so confident too. I was so confident in it. All right, but they were all saying goodbye to Kyle Seager. Like, I remember watching the Mariners last game, and they're just fucking crying. I'm like, dude, like, there's a chance he can come back, right? But it's just like, there's no shot. Same thing with the Reds and Castellanos, and it's just there's no shot they're ever coming back to their like little teams. So let's see, Red Sox
picked up Christian Vasquez's option, which was kind of expected after Bloom gave praise to him in the postseason presser. Said it was hard to find a guy back there that can handle it physically and mentally, which he's shown to do. I mean, he took a step backwards this year, but coming off a weird 2020 into a full season and catching that many games, he was going to get tired back there. But
I mean, it's tough for any catcher in the MLB, let alone like one of the tops of the realm. But I mean, like he's a solid catcher. Like you need a guy like Vasquez back there, even if he's not a one. Like he's still solid. He'll still get you games, get you outs, and be a playmaker. So
exactly.
I like that he's back. I'm very happy about that one.
Yeah, and he's very clutch in the postseason, as we saw.
Yeah. I went to the one game when he hit the walk-off against the Rays. Oh my God. It was unreal. That game went so long. And then I was so tired. I thought Bobby D was gonna hit it out because I just had a thing for I love Bobby D.
He was brutal in the postseason.
I know he did, but that man is fucking gorgeous. All right. I wish I looked like Bobby D. I wish I played like him too. Maybe because he's a first baseman, I'm first baseman. I'm like, oh my God, Bobby Dalbec. Like we had a joke with my family that my sister's gonna marry Bobby Dalbec. So every time he played, it would be like, yo, sis, your husband's on, yada yada yada. But yeah, dude, Vasquez, he hit it out. And I'm just like, what? My jaw was I didn't say anything for a good 5 minutes. My jaw was still on the ground. I didn't say one word. And we were walking out of Fenway. And the only time I said words that entire walk out is when we were chanting Yankees suck. And they weren't even playing the Yankees. Just fuck the Yankees. Fuck them. But that was just the most insane thing I've ever seen live. But I mean,
that's hilarious. That's awesome.
Probably a lot better dealing with the Florida Marlins that we have back at home. But
yeah.
Anyway, next. Who do we got next?
We got Garrett Richards next. His $10 million team option got declined.
Good.
I mean, he wasn't really bad out of the bullpen. His stuff ticked up, but obviously not going to pay a reliever 10
I-
million a year if he's can't pitch without spider tack.
exactly. Like not even before that, he kind of sucked, right? He had that one good period, but then after that, it was just like,
Yeah, I mean, as a starter, he just and in the cold, it looked like couldn't really get a feel for things. He's had injuries, so playing in the cold that might have factored in as he's been in like Southern California his whole career.
yeah. I mean,
The ultimate.
do you think where do you think he'll end up?
I could see him back in Southern California, or sneaky team might be the Marlins trying to get an innings eater out of the pen.
Dude,
Maybe a piggyback guy.
I think the Marlins need to like sign a guy, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
All right. Next on the Red Sox list, we got Martin Perez, right?
Yeah, that one speaks for itself. He was atrocious.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. The mayor of Ding Dong City.
Yeah, he's a free agent. See, I don't see him coming back. He doesn't really fit in.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really need him. He had that one grand slam, and that
he
welcome back.
locked in at first base with the Red Sox wanting to bring up Cassis next year, or Cassis being on track to come up in the middle of next year.
Yeah, exactly.
The righty lefty platoon with him and Dalbec rather than Shaw, because he would just be an early DFA candidate.
Yeah, and well, speaking of first base, go over to Kyle Schwarber. I really want to see him back. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, it was expected that he was going to opt out of the deal for only $11 million as he's coming off the best year of his career. I mean,
exactly. But I mean,
he comes back, but I just don't see a fit long term.
I don't know, man, because if he did do good defensively at first base, like he started off, like he had that one, the overthrow thing that he did.
Yeah.
But then, like, he kind of came back. He looked solid, and I mean, if you add him, you really don't need Shaw at all. Like, I love Schwarber. Like I said in the grades article that we did. Oh my God, it would just be perfect. His last name's just perfect. It's perfect Bostonian. It's just, I feel like it's a match made in heaven. All right.
Yeah. The only problem is that it just weakens the defense all around if you have to put Schwarber at first, because you can't DH him, because that means JD's got to be in the outfield, and
that all right.
And that forces Renfroe to center, Verdugo to left, and Kike to second, where Kike is our best center fielder. So
yeah, exactly.
So that's the only problem that I see. But with JD being a free agent after next year, they could just ride with it this year.
Yeah, that is true. But dude,
next year,
I don't know if I see JD going to another team. Like, honestly,
it will depend on the CBA. If the DH gets instituted in the NL, he has a market where he could come back home to, per se, the Marlins, or go straight to the contender, like the Braves as a DH. I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see what JD does next offseason, but he's back for this year.
Yeah, thank God for that. Definitely going to need him in the lineup. All right, next. What do we got?
We got Eddie Rodriguez. He got offered a qualifying offer. He's been linked to the Angels. He wasn't that good on the ERA standpoint of things and wins and losses, but his peripherals were pretty good. And I think he just got snake bitten by defense being bad.
Yeah, I mean,
he's coming off a year where he had COVID, and it's just a weird year. But
I mean, if he can be a guy to eat up some innings, like, that's kind of all we need.
Yeah.
We just need.
But we'll have to see if the price is right, because they got Whitlock and Houck who can just jump into the rotation.
Yeah, dude. Houck jumping into the rotation. Like, I had high hopes for that. I start off amazing. Like, I thought he was just gonna shove. But besides that, man, it was kind of he did. Like, but not really.
Defense was terrible behind him, and they just did not hit.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Maybe just like. See,
I think the ideal role for him is come in out of the bullpen and throw 3 scoreless, or let his stuff tick up where he doesn't have to last 5 innings and just let it eat for 2-3 innings out of the pen and have him be your lockdown guy.
Yeah, but dude, I really wanted him to be a starter. I thought he was going to go in there, get that 5th starter role. Like, once Sale got back, I thought Houck was going to be in there too, but it never really panned out, which I'm excited to see what it is in the future. Like, I love the young Red Sox.
This needs to build up endurance.
Yeah. All right. So next.
We got Hansel Robles. He's a free agent. was a good pickup. I mean, he didn't allow a run for a while.
Yeah, I mean, he was solid, dude. Not really
Yeah.
anything that outstanded with him. Just solid guy.
Yeah. Wonder if they bring him back if the, mutual interest there. I don't know.
I mean, yeah,
but
especially honestly, again, like we just need guys with innings. That's it. I mean, he did his job. He ate up innings. He didn't ever really choke that bad, right?
yeah. The only problem is with him, I just don't trust him when he comes into a game. It's like you're on the edge of your seat.
I felt that way with a lot more other guys that the Red Sox eventually got rid of. But
yeah, I mean, they got to upgrade their bullpen either way.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that we need to do in this free agent season, which we'll talk about next. But let's finish it off with the last 4 guys we got.
Yeah, so JD opted in.
Good.
Great, as we mentioned before.
Exactly.
And that one just kind of speaks for itself. Everyone's happy he's back.
Everyone's happy he's back.
Yeah.
He's even happy.
A spark plug in Jose Iglesias is a minor league free agent currently.
How is he a minor league free agent?
Because they signed him after September to a minor league deal.
Okay, and
after September 1st to a minor league deal. So, and then they had to outright him off the 40-man for the playoffs.
Yeah, that sucked. It was cool seeing him though, like stay with the team and celebrate and everything.
Yeah, I wonder if they bring him back as like kind of a utility infielder guy.
Yeah,
spark plug. Because Arroyo is great, but he just can't stay healthy.
Yeah, I know. I do like Arroyo a lot. But dude, Iglesias is a solid. I remember when he was first on the Red Sox, watching him, dude, the insane plays that he made. Like, that's but his defense just unreal. Like, if you need someone in the infield, like he's our guy.
Yeah. Somehow defensive metrics aren't too nice to him, but
really,
but he passes the eye test. So
obviously, dude. He looks like Domingo Ayala in the infield.
Oh, I know. And like if you stick him at second base with that could be your holdover till I don't know if Jeter Downs does pan out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they want to capitalize on Arroyo coming off a good year and maybe trade him for a reliever.
Yeah, I mean,
but he has like no service time right now, so
he'll be like another Michael Chavez.
Yeah. No, I mean Arroyo has more value than that. It's just he can't stay on the field. That's the only problem.
Yeah, dude. I thought Chavez was going to be like the next big thing and everything. Like you look at his swing, like the build's not that good, but his swing was just money.
And then you throw a fastball above the letters, and it's just
nothing. I still like
next. Yeah, next free agent Adam Ottavino. I don't see him coming back.
No, me neither.
I think he was just picked up in order to get Frank Herman, the minor leaguer that they got from the Yankees.
Yeah, dude.
Ottavino is good, but he's probably going to want a decent amount of money. And
you think he's actually going to ask for more?
Yeah, he's going to ask for. I don't know what his market is, but I think he's going to ask for like a decent amount of money for a reliever, and I think he'll probably get it.
Really?
And I think, I mean, if you look at teams with like money to spend and no bullpens, they'll shell out money for guys. I mean, I can see Joe Kelly coming back. His option just got declined by the
I would love that.
That would be great.
That would be insane. That'd be a marketer's wet dream right there if Joe Kelly.
Exactly. That would be ideal for the Red Sox PR team.
Yeah. And it like he just brings this like fuck you attitude, you know?
Yeah, exactly. He's a competitor. He's a bulldog on the mound.
Exactly. That's what every team needs.
Yeah. Just a fiery guy in the pen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What we got? Two more?
Yeah, we got Danny Santana. He's a free agent. Don't see him coming back. I mean, he could play defense and was fast, but you got that Tim LaCastro now, who they just claimed off waivers from the Yankees. You want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah. Isn't he like, I was talking to my Yankee friends about this. Isn't he like super fast and like
he's like one of the top 3 fastest guys in baseball? Like there's videos like circulating on Twitter of him beating out ground balls to like shortstop, that the shortstop like fields cleanly and makes a good throw.
Dude, what is up with the Yankees and just giving people away?
Well, I mean, he was with the Diamondbacks and they traded for him to be their like everyday center fielder, and then like tore his ACL while they were actually playing Boston on a Verdugo fly ball.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, I think That'll be interesting to see who they keep, either him or Duran, because he kind of fills Duran's role as the speedy outfielder.
Yeah.
That's like defense first, but Duran, he can't play. He's terrible in center.
No, dude.
But Duran does have more power. So it'll be interesting to see, if they let Duran mature in AAA for 2 months out of the gate.
That's another one that I was just like very, very hyped up about. And
yeah. I thought they were going to make a trade with San Fran, Duran throw Duran in a package for one of their young catchers. But with Posey retiring, I don't see San Fran trading a catcher right now.
Definitely not. That one's crazy. Posey retiring.
Yeah. I mean, he had the really bad leg injury when he was young. So I think that's what caught up to him and him having a family.
That is the one thing with baseball that sucks, and any sport that sucks, is injuries just kill careers. I'm pretty sure we can both talk about that.
Oh, yes, we can.
Yeah, but anyway. All right, last dude, Austin Bryce.
Austin Bryce being, I don't see him coming back. I mean, he was good for a year with the Marlins, and then he has a weird arm angle, throws hard, but just doesn't know where the ball's going.
When we're talking about Robles and I was talking about other guys coming out of the pen that scared the shit out of me, Austin Bryce.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was going to be a lot better just from the angle he throws from and just like changing the whole view, but that Houck gave you that out of the pen.
Exactly.
You
get a righty Chris Sale. You don't.
Yeah, I mean, Heimblum comes in, picks up a bunch of flyers. He hit goal with Garrett Whitlock.
Yeah.
I mean, one sticks out of a group of every 5. You're doing a great job. I mean,
dude, Garrett Whitlock, he was the one. He was the dog that came out of the pen, and I was just like, yes.
Second he came in the game was over.
Exactly. Like you knew what was going to happen. You knew he was going to get 3 outs. You knew he was going to do his job, and it was just automatic, which was fucking phenomenal. All right, so that is enough with the free agents and team player mutual options and all that fun stuff. All right, what do you want to talk? You want to go to the grades? Our little article that we made on landingonlandsdown.com. Plug.
Yes, we can.
All right, let's bring that up real quick. So one thing that me and Devin did, we made a list. We graded every player on the Red Sox this year, how good their season was and everything. So we will go through the list one by one, starting with the man behind the dish, Mr. Christian Vasquez. So, Devin, what'd you give him as a grade?
Give him a C. I mean, he took steps back defensively and offensively, but overall, like, it's very average catcher. I mean, he's probably a little bit above average for a catcher, but he has 77 RC plus or WRC plus and a 0.5 WAR. I mean, he was just as average as I think you can get without being like a negative. Yeah,
dude. Did you ever like what was it 2018 or whatever? What was the year he went off? Like kind of off.
I think 18.
18? Dude,
18 or 19.
I was so bought into Vasquez. I thought he was going to be like the next Buster Posey. I thought he was going to be the next great catcher. I thought he was going to be an all-star. I thought it was going to be all that. And I don't know. It's kind of just been downhill from there. Like I really thought
Tommy John as a catcher is extremely difficult, but he's a couple years, or he's probably like 4 years removed from that by now.
Yeah.
5 years maybe.
Yeah. And it's just, I just see him like panning out. Like he's a good catcher. Don't get me wrong. But
yeah,
he's just average. He's just another catcher, dude. I thought he was going to be something special. And I hope to God, if he sees this, he gets really pissed off and like proves both of us wrong because we're like dumb 21-year-olds just talking about sports. But goddamn, he got pissed off and proved us wrong. I would be so happy.
Well, the thing about Vasquez is, though, he's the most durable catcher in the big leagues. There's nobody who can get back there more than him and catch every day, and that's what he takes pride in. I mean, he's never on the injured list. I mean, you show up every day knowing he's your guy back there, and I think that counts for a lot as a catcher.
Yeah, especially the catcher. I don't ever understand catching. I know you obviously do. Excuse me, sorry. But it's weird. It's funny. You have who was a catcher for the Astros? That
Jason
batted. Was he the one that batted like 100 or something, and they still had him on the plate?
Yeah. Or no, that was Martin Maldonado.
Yeah, Maldonado.
Well, you see that throw he made to get Verdugo, I think it was, in the game 6. I don't think. I mean, he just has a cannon back there.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. If I'm like a GM of a team and everything, I want people. I mean, like yourself, dude. Catchers who mash. Like, that's kind of what I want. I don't want Gary Sanchez per se. I mean, he doesn't even mash anymore. But I
think the backup catcher has to be a defense first, and then your offensive catcher has got to be kind of
the guy.
You're going to need some offensive production, but I think Vasquez gave enough as a. I mean, the expectations for catchers around the league are not. I think he was above average catcher, but overall, I think he had a very average season by standards.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so we'll stay behind the dish. We'll talk about the electric factory himself, Kevin Plawecki. Devin, start us off.
I mean, I just love this guy back there. I mean, his arm, let's just get the bad stuff out of the way early. His arm, terrible. But everything other than that, I mean, he walks behind the plate and he's just an automatic leader. You can see that with the way he handles Eovaldi. It means a lot when you're catching the ace every time.
Yeah.
I mean, and he rakes. I mean, he had a 349 OPS. I mean, he gets on base. He just makes contact and he makes things happen at the plate. And he's a leader behind the plate. And, he's a huge clubhouse glue guy. I mean, he started the whole shopping cart thing, and he pushed it all year. I mean, he's a guy that I think they have to hold on to.
No, they do. Oh my God. He didn't only come up with one, but two electric factory things, celebrations, whatever you want to call it. His fucking walk-up song, dancing on my own. That thing, like during the whole Red Sox playoff run, I blasted that every 20 minutes. It was in my ears.
It's a great song.
It was unreal. And then we don't have to mention the shopping or the laundry cart, because that is just iconic. And I'm very excited to see what they're going to do next season. I hope they don't bring it back. I hope it kind of just like
something new.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, every team kind of has that one thing, but dude, he's a huge glue guy. And especially I think at that catcher position, you do need a glue guy back there.
So, you need a leader. He just commands the game when he comes in.
Exactly. So we gave him overall, we gave him a B+.
B+, yeah.
Great season for Plawecki. And the most handsome man out there on the field, Throbby D, Bobby Dalbeck. Dev?
I mean, he started off really shaky, but
and something worse than really shaky.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give him the benefit of a doubt because he really turned it around. When Kyle Schwarber came, they were talking about hitting, I heard, and Dalbeck just turned it all around. He started being more aggressive up there and making. I mean, his he was unbelievable in batting ball or hard hit balls. I mean, he barreled balls and above the 90% benchmark. And I think he just was extremely unlucky. And I think it's amplified by how much he strikes out, because it's either a home run or a strikeout, as we've seen with him type of approach.
Yeah.
But I think overall, he showed a lot of promise and potential this year.
He let his nuts drag when they tried to trade for him. Like that tear that he had.
That was unbelievable.
Unreal. I was like, oh my God.
That's the type of guy he is, though. He's super hot or super cold, and you're just going to have to ride the wave until Cassis.
Ride the wave, baby. But Cassis. Until Cassis. When he gets up here, dude, I hope
he's going to be unbelievable.
I mean, dude, it would be nuts if he played for the fucking Red Sox. We played against him growing up. That's just like
crazy.
I don't know, dude.
County guy.
South Florida baseball is just unreal. Like seeing all these kids that we used to play with.
You're down from Miami too. You went to Slam Academy in Pace.
Who did?
Jeter. He went to Pace.
Oh yeah. No, I know. That's what I'm talking. It's like, it's nuts, dude. Like I had my JUCO last year, but like everyone knew everybody, and I was just like,
Christian Arroyo's from Pasco County, Florida. Yeah. JD Martinez from Broward County.
Nova, dude.
Yeah.
I wish I played Nova. I wanted to go to Nova so bad. I don't know why.
Me too.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, that could be another episode too. Just talking about fucking South Florida baseball, growing up and doing that. That would actually be kind of interesting. Not gonna lie. It'd probably be like horror stories, and we'd probably have to go to therapy after. But hey, screw it.
For real.
Christian Arroyo. What's up?
Christian Arroyo. I mean, Christian is just very solid all around. Excellent defender. He got on base, hit for a little power. He just got freak injuries. He got COVID. He got hit in the wrist, pulled a hamstring when they threw him at first when he was out of position. Just freak injuries that he just can't control.
Which sucks.
So
he had so much potential, such a great season, and be the second baseman for the Sox when we needed him. And
he has like no service time because he's been a yo-yo guy up and down all his career. Former first rounder. I think he's a ton of potential. The only thing is, if they don't see him being a long-term solution, they move him for like a pitcher. I could see that, but I hope he's back with the team next year. I think he's really good. And I think he comes up in big moments.
I think I'll keep him around. I think they give him like at least a year or two to see if he pans out, like a full healthy year, hopefully. And I really think he will pan out because, dude, when he's on, like, he's another electric factory. That's why this team was so special, because they had so many dudes that were just dudes, you know? But I hope he comes back, and I hope he stays there. So, and
he hasn't made an error since 2019. It's crazy.
It's stupid. And it's not like he's conservative either. He makes diving plays. He does everything.
Yeah.
It's everything you want. So you gave him a B. I gave him B+. So overall B. So that's a very good season. This one needs very little explanation on why we both gave him an A+. But Mr. Rafi Devers, Mr. Scoops, our youngest son.
Yeah, just MVP caliber season. Just unbelievable. Right. Hit a 4.7 WAR. And the defense started out a little shaky, but over time he settled in and he was a vacuum over there.
When do you think Rafi Devers will be an MVP candidate?
He should be. What do they have to? What else can he do other than clean up the defense early in the year? There's nothing else he can do. There was a series where, the Astros just threw him fastballs the whole series and he couldn't touch them. But other than that, he was just.
Dude, I don't think defense matters because Fernando Tatis is a finalist for the NL MVP right now. So don't think defense is the issue. But
Devers is going to have to go viral on Instagram and become a poster boy for them to do that.
Exactly. That's one thing. I love it because I love the excitement that Tatis brings and all these new young talents bring. But then you get dudes like Rafi Devers, and honestly,
Devers is insanely young too.
He's insanely young, but he's not loud.
The problem is he came up with stars around him with Bogarts and Mookie and Chris Sale and that team. So it was never it wasn't his team. It was just a bunch of dudes who were unbelievable.
Yeah, exactly. Which is good for the Red Sox. But I think Rafi will be an MVP next year, the year after, if he keeps it up.
I'm hoping they give him a blank check. He needs to be a Red Sox for life.
When is he a free agent? Do you know?
2 years from now, but I think they got to just lock him up early and just get it out of the way.
Yeah. Speaking of locking up early and Red Sox for life, Mr. Number 2, Xander Bogaerts. Dude.
Just unbelievable.
He's
the core. He's the captain of the team. I don't know why he doesn't have a C, but he's just so consistent. And he went through a little rough stretch, but he got hit in the wrist right before, and he's had wrist problems in the past. Probably was playing really hurt.
And he got COVID.
And when he got COVID, it seemed like the season fell apart, and that's what makes him such the leader that
he was off the field, and it was just.
It was almost when that happened, it was almost like the game couldn't function without him.
Exactly.
But, the Red Sox scaved by and treaded water until they got him back. And then.
Love the dirty water, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. We'll move on to JD Martinez. Devin?
Excellent bounce back year. 2020 was just a weird year. And
it was an anomaly. I knew this was going to happen with JD.
Yeah. He's just such a complete professional hitter who he's so productive up there. It's ridiculous.
I feel like every time he swings a bat, it's the same swing, no matter where it's pitched.
And he's not afraid to take a single over the second baseman's head.
No, it's a pure professional swing. That's kind of got lost in today's game, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Especially at the DH position where they're all just trying to hit bombs. But I feel like JD is such a solid hitter, and We need him.
He's just a complete hitter. He just anchors the lineup.
Exactly.
He makes everyone around him better.
Yeah. Thank God we have JD. Thank God he's back for another season. And hopefully this guy comes back for another season. Mr. Schwarber himself.
Yeah, I mean, Kyle was just
great pick.
He was the guy that got the Red Sox over the hump for this team. Just came in, made everyone around him better, got on base exceptionally well. I mean, he do the check mark when he got on base. It was just like, oh, okay, I got on base. Now it's time to go to work for the next at bats. Whether it was a home run, a double, single, or a walk, he just found ways to make things happen.
Dude, I remember how pissed off I was at the trade deadline that all we got is Kyle Schwarber. We didn't get Anthony Rizzo, yada, yada, yada. And then Kyle Schwarber goes out there and just shoves it right up my ass. And it's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm the guy you needed. And I couldn't be happier have anything shoved up my ass.
That's unbelievable.
Dude, Chaim Bloom is a mad genius because I didn't think in a million years that the Red Sox would trade for Kyle Schwarber during the trade deadline.
I think Chaim Bloom is exceptional talent evaluator. Yeah. I mean, the way he builds, the way he built the farm system with not so much big name guys other than Mayer, but for Andrew Benintendi, I mean, yeah, Frenchie Cordero, whatever, but you had John Winkowski, I think is how you say his name. You have Freddie Valdez and a couple more guys. You go draft Nick York, who's just been unbelievable in AAA. I mean, or not AAA, but minor leagues.
He honestly is a mad genius, and there's a reason why he's with the Red Sox right now. It's weird. You saw what he did with the Rays.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. He's
honestly, I don't know anybody on the Rays. No one knows anybody on the Rays, but
I know. I mean, now you do, but
yeah, we pay attention to baseball, but people don't know anything about baseball. Don't even know who the Rays are, for one. That's
speaking of the Rays.
But
Randy Arozarena hired.
Yeah, it's just
Boros today or yesterday.
Who did what?
Randy Arozarena hired Boros yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. Negotiate that extension.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I don't like big Boris. Big corporations. Boo.
I'll tell you a story about that later.
Yeah, dude. Shout out to my girl Rachel Luba though.
Yeah.
I wonder what she's up to.
She's back and posting on Twitter and stuff. So is Bauer.
So hot. That's another story that we're not going to get into on this episode.
No, you're not.
No. All right. Let's move on to
Duran.
Speaking of disappointments. Jared Duran. Yeah. So, I mean, like you said, dude, flew through the organization, dude. And we thought he was going to be the next big thing. And he comes up and it's just meh.
The only thing is every rookie struggled except for Wander Franco, but he's just on a different level. But every rookie struggled around the whole league. I mean, Jared Kelenic struggled worse.
Hey, Jonathan India, man, go Stallions. What's up?
Okay, and Jonathan India, but
AHS overall, pride, baby.
Overall, they just weren't as good as a normal year, but. His first game, he comes up, gets a hit off Garrett Cole, and everyone's like, this dude can hang. Yeah. He showed flashes where then they go down to Toronto or down to Clearwater, I think the Blue Jays spring training home is where they played them. Yeah. And then he hits an opposite field home run. It's like, wow, this dude's not afraid to go the other way. He's got pop. He's fast. He's a burner.
I mean, dude, look at in the picture we posted, look at his goddamn forearms. He's just running and they're bulging. It's unreal.
And then, they throw a high fastball with any velo and he just Michael Chavis.
Yeah.
Can't mess it up. I mean,
Michael Chavis.
The one thing with Duran, he showed the ability to make adjustments and change his swing and still produce all throughout the minor leagues. Yeah. So I think he starts the year in AAA, let him mature a little bit, let him get some confidence back. Because at the end of the year, he looked lost. I think once he gets a little confidence, he'll get rolling and back up.
Right now, do you think he stays on this team? There's kind of not really a place for him, with Kike. The outfield's kind of set for a couple of years.
I think he's a good fourth outfielder, but I think he has more potential than that. So maybe they flip him for catching or depth or a reliever. I mean, they got good catching, third catcher, and Connor Wong, who works exclusively with Nathan Eovaldi, who hits too with power.
Yeah, but I think they need to flip him for a reliever, man. Especially like because that was kind of our downfall this year, man. It's just the relief pitching. I feel like that's a common theme, though.
Throughout baseball, yeah.
Not even throughout baseball, like even
with the Red Sox, yeah.
I remember in 2018 we were just complaining about how shitty the bullpen was.
Yeah, then Joe Kelly fixed it.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know. Can we name one team that has a solid bullpen?
Dodgers.
Okay, well they spend money. They're the Yankees of the West, dude. They spend money on anything that walks. But yes,
dude, they really don't. They developed that whole team.
Really?
Developed Seager, Bellinger, Will Smith, Austin Barnes, they claimed Max Muncy off waivers from the A's. Justin Turner was like a nobody when they got him.
He was like average.
They developed Dustin May, Victor Gonzalez, Tony Gosselin, Kenley Jansen. I mean, the reason they're in the spot to spend as much money as they are is because they developed
saved. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and they're able to trade guys for big names like Scherzer and Turner because of the prospects they developed.
Yeah, that trade was unreal. I did not think that was ever going to happen, which it really shouldn't have. That's kind of just like two of the best players in the game in one trade. Like that's just
exactly.
And they didn't even win. The 88 win Braves did. Love that.
Anybody can beat anybody. Braves got hot at the right time.
And that is why baseball is the greatest sport of all time.
Yes, it is.
All right, so let's go to Kike. Kike!
Dude just locked down the outfield. He was unbelievable out there. And he rakes.
In the postseason, when he was the greatest player alive, I was going to walk my ass to Fenway and get a Kike Hernandez jersey.
I was so close to getting one when I was there for the wild card game.
Oh my God, dude. It's just absurd. Like the dude went off. Did get cold at a terrible time though. But I mean, you can't really
everyone did.
Yeah, the whole fucking team did. That's why we're not that's why we're not holding up a trophy right now and fucking still drunk from from the parade.
Kike just got slotted into that leadoff role and just after the first month was a little rocky, then got going and he just anchored the top of the lineup. I mean, he got on base on like at a 337 clip. I mean, hit for a little power. I mean, he made things happen and was excellent in center field. He anchored the team almost between defense and offense. He was that guy.
Yeah. And you know what's weird? I think like the MLB fans, the Red Sox fans knew something that I don't know. Honestly, I didn't know before the season. I thought he was going to be like an average hitter. I didn't really think he was going to be like this good. But like, you know how what was he? 5th in jersey sales preseason?
Yeah.
He was like crazy. Above Mike Trout, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. But I think some people know more than we do, I guess. Or I do at least. All right. And now let's go to Verdugo.
Well, with Verdugo Red Sox, I think this is the type of year, or I think this past year shows what type of player he is. He's going to hit for a high average, get on base a lot, not a ton of power, but he gets on base. And, I think he's an excellent replacement for Andrew Benintendi because that's what they wanted Benintendi to be. And then Benintendi got this whole notion where he's trying to hit home runs and
the biceps took over.
Yeah, the biceps took over. But I think this is what the Red Sox ideally wanted Benintendi to be, a guy who's going to hit for a high average, get on base, little bit of pop, good arm in the outfield. I mean,
dude, he's solid.
Yeah, he's just a solid player. He's the guy that you need on your team.
And he's also like, he's a funny dude. He's a great dude. Like
brings the energy. Player. And the best thing about it, he loves playing in Boston. He's not afraid of the spotlight.
Exactly. And
he had a great postseason. He came up in huge moments.
Yeah. Huge, dude. I was at the game when he hit the go-ahead home run against Toronto, and that was just unreal. And then in the post-game interview, they're like, "When did you know this team was special?" And it was like from day one. And he was like,
"Yeah."
Everything he said kind of just made me like fired up.
Fit for Boston.
Perfect.
He's accountable when things don't go right, and he embraces the city perfectly. I mean, he's just a perfect fit.
And now he hates the Yankees because they threw stuff at him.
I think that's another great job of Bloom of looking for guys that are good in the clubhouse and can handle the spotlight. As we've seen in the past, a lot of guys can't, but between all the additions he's made between Renfroe, Verdugo, Kike, Schwarber, they've all excelled in Boston.
Yeah, and I remember the beginning of the season. Speaking, this is the next dude. We're pitching. Damn.
Starting. We want to start with Matt Barnes, back end, and work forward.
Let's hear it.
I mean, all-star in the first half, and then
Just
the wheel just fell off.
Just shit himself. And that's why I gave him an F. Because I mean, I was so hyped. I was like, oh my God, dude, we have another Jonathan Papelbon. We have another all-star closer. And then it's just kind of just went way by the wayside.
Well, he was so overused in the first half. Yeah. I mean, not really to anyone's fault. I mean, they were winning a ton, so he's going to come in a ton.
Yeah.
Whatever. But there was no one else to pick up the slack. I mean, that was before. I mean, Whitlock was coming off Tommy John. You can't throw him a lot. Houck was in AAA. Brazier was dealing with concussion and a broken finger and whatever else he was.
Exactly.
Darwin's and Hernandez was just ineffective all year.
Yeah.
So the two really guys that you had were him and Ottavino, and you need more than that. So I give him a pass with that. I mean, especially coming off a year where he threw maybe 20 innings.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. I think if you're a major leaguer, especially an all-star too, it's like you can't really
tired.
But I don't think you have an excuse to get tired, especially if you're at the highest level of baseball.
No, I know. I think with a reset this offseason, he'll be a good middle reliever next year.
But I feel like
he needs to be a closer with the money they just gave him. But I don't think his ceiling's a closer. I think his ceiling's a very good setup man.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
We'll see.
I mean, it wasn't really his velo was down. He was just missing location.
It just looked sloppy. It was just get out there and just get pummeled. Yeah. Wasn't he wasn't on the ALCS roster, right?
Yeah, no, he was left off.
Exactly. Like your all-star reliever. You leave
I think did they put him on when
they put him on because who got
Richards got hurt against Tampa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They put him on after that, but like originally, like he wasn't on it.
Yeah.
But you can't have that as your all-star closer. Like, come on.
Yeah.
And his MLB The Show card was sick too, and it was very disappointing.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll go to Mr. Ryan Brazier.
He had a really rough year injury-wise. I mean, rehabbing gets smoked in the head with a line drive. That's just the fact that he was able to come back and throw again this year is a feat in itself. Yeah. And he threw well when he came back. I mean, outside of the wild card game, he was good.
He was one of the boys that came out of the pen, and I was really just scared.
I felt kind of comfortable. I mean, not comfortable, but he pitched big innings in 2018 in the pen, and he's shown experience that he can get it done. And, working back from big head injury, I
mean, I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be like,
he'll be a solid member of the bullpen next year.
Yeah. All right. Mr. Davis is next. Austin
Big
Davis.
Fudge. I think he was very serviceable.
Yeah. I mean, he was fine.
He's a good lucky to have in the bullpen that can get you a couple outs.
I know, but I don't know. I have a thing against just average relievers.
Throwing slop lefties.
Yeah, I know. I just feel like if you're in the MLB, like,
yeah,
maybe
he got the job done when he came in.
Yeah, I mean, every now and then, still scared.
This is a little out of order. You want to just continue with the bullpen and then find the starters?
Yeah. So Hernandez.
Yeah, let's go Darwin's in. I mean, I don't trust him at all.
Yeah, no, sucked.
He's wild. I mean, you saw what happened in the playoffs. He got absolutely lit up.
It wasn't fun to watch. It really wasn't.
I mean, he throws hard and he's a lefty, so there is potential and there is a need for that. But I think he makes the team out of spring training and see how he rebounds.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe he makes it out.
He struck out a lot of guys, though. He struck out 30% guys. That's a good thing as a reliever.
Yeah, but with the MLB, like everyone's striking out these days, so it's not like
that is true.
Not impressive unless you got like I don't know, like Matt Barnes, like 37%.
Yeah, His FIP was terrible too.
Yeah.
His FIP was a 4.79.
Yeah, exactly. So we will go to the next guy.
Martin Perez. I mean, just terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he had like one good bullpen outing when he first got moved to the pen where his stuff was like mid 90s, and you're like, whoa, could this like work? And then
we have a dude out of the pen.
Yeah, we got a hard throwing lefty at the pen with a lot of pitches with decent stuff, but he just is not good.
Yeah, I don't.
He was a good guy for 2020 and what they needed him for, but I think they were counting on him to do that again, but
yeah,
he just couldn't get it.
I feel like this is making me depressed, kind of going over the bullpen. I was so happy after the offense, and then just going to the bullpen, I'm just like, oh.
So let's go to Garrett Richards since he ended the year in the pen.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was a bad reliever.
No, I didn't either, but it's just way too expensive for a reliever.
Way too expensive for a long reliever.
Yeah, and it just made me like, it just made me fucking depressed, okay? I was sad.
Yeah.
I was sad he was coming out of the pen because you spent
so much money. He showed flashes where he was really good. And the one thing I gave him, he battled his ass off.
He did.
He knew he couldn't pitch without the whole spider tack thing, but he, went out there and gave it. I mean, no, it's not enough to do it, but he gave it his all. I mean, he was mixing things up. He was throwing really slow curveballs, faster curveballs, he was changing what he did and what he's done his whole MLB career to try to get outs.
Yeah. So, I mean,
a lot of guys are stubborn and are just going to live and die with what they got, but he was trying to, reinvent
himself.
Trying to make it work.
Yeah. So kudos to him for that, but
he gone.
It just really made me sad. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, he gone.
All right, next
guy. Hansel Robles. I mean,
Robles. Solid.
Kind of he was great with the Sox, but he just scared me.
Yeah. I mean, I liked him. I thought he was just solid, dude.
He was solid.
That's really it. I mean, the K rate, what, 20? What is that? 12?
Or
no, that's K rate 25, right?
Yeah, 25, 26%.
You can do that. That's solid.
Yeah.
That's solid number.
Connor Siebel started. Let's go Josh Taylor. He was great.
Yeah.
Josh Taylor went on a run where he didn't allow anything for
really
a while. I mean, he was terrible when Austin Bryce was on the team, but as soon as Bryce got DFA'd, Taylor is just unbelievable.
Do you think there's anything like with that? Think he had beef?
I don't know. I mean, I think it was just like maybe they were just throwing around thoughts, and Taylor was like, "Hey, that might work," and then went out there and just didn't. And then the second he left, Taylor is just like, "You know what? I should be the closer," and he should have been, in my opinion. I think Taylor throws 96, 97 with a good slider. I mean, dude's good. He's struck out 29% of guys.
Yeah,
that's 1% less than Barnes.
Yeah, I mean that is pretty good. The numbers do kind of speak for themselves. But I don't know. Just this bullpen, nobody really excited me. Besides, I mean, let's. You just want to go to him now?
Yeah, let's go to Garrett Whitlock.
Mr. Whitlock. God, that man fired me up.
Unbelievable, dude. God. You seem excited. You can talk about him,
dude. I mean, you just look at his walk rate, like under 6%, strikeout rate 27. The dude, it was a dog. He was a dog. He would come out of the pen. You know what was coming. You know you were getting 3 outs. Like I said earlier, dude, he is a dog. And I was so hyped when he got out of the pen, and it was just, or what is it now? What does Peter call it? The arm barn.
Arm barn.
The arm barn. Yeah, the arm barn. But dude, I loved Whitlock. I loved seeing him out there. I personally just watching the games. I mean, I'm not a super fan like Jared Carrabis and watch every game, but like, I didn't see him do bad. I did not see him do bad one time.
No, I mean, especially coming off Tommy John and the fact that he was a Rule 5 guy, and even better, he's from New York. I mean, what a season. What a season.
I know. I mean,
that falls back on the Red Sox scouting department, how like good they are. I mean,
it blows my mind.
You don't find guys like him and like Jonathan Arroyo, who I think still has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
As a util guy, but you don't find guys like that without a really good scouting department.
Yeah. And I mean, that's why I'm so excited for this Red Sox team to come. Like, I hope they're the next dynasty in baseball, which would be sick.
Yeah. And then let's take a step back with Phillips Valdez.
Yeah.
I mean, his stats are a little skewed by when they left him in there to die when the Red Sox were up like 20-1 against the Rays and, gave up like 10 runs in one inning. So his stats are a little thrown off by that, but he had good stretches and bad stretches. He was what they wanted out of him, where he was just going to come in and eat innings. I mean, he wasn't a high leverage guy by any means, but came in low leverage, blowouts, and 3 strikes.
He is the epitome of the Red Sox bullpen.
Yeah.
Whatever. And that's I want the Red Sox bullpen to be my reaction when I talked about Garrett Whitlock. Like, oh my God, he's a dude. But like just the rest of the bullpen.
About the rotation. The rotation was good.
The rotation was good, especially like without having Sale the entire year.
Yeah. Nathan Eovaldi stepped up so much.
I love that man.
He's the highest score among starting pitchers in the AL. 5'6".
He has the biggest nuts ever. What was it? 2018, the year he broke out, kind of.
That was the year he got traded to Boston. So yeah.
Just ever since then, whenever Eovaldi took the mound, I was just I knew something.
He thrives under pressure.
I know, and it's unreal, dude.
He took the ball in that wild card game, and you could just tell from the first pitch that he was just going to dominate.
Yeah, I wish I could see that game, but you know what? You know what? I had practice from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock p.m.
Yeah, I flew to Boston for that.
I know you did. I know you did.
But I mean, Nate Eovaldi, though, I mean, he proved he can be an ace on any team, and he's a free agent after this year, so it's a little scary. I don't know what they do because the injury history and the age, but I love to see him retire Red Sox. He's just like thrived so well in Boston. That extension that he got from Dombrowski that everyone was kind of like, what are you doing? Exactly. It's panned out based off that playoff game alone and this year.
Yeah, it's one of the few that Dombrowski did good.
Yeah.
But I think he needs to stay here. So
yeah. Next guy, Tanner Houck. I mean, struck out 31% of guys. I mean, I don't know if he had any wins, but the ERA was good. He had 3.52 and a FIP of 2.58. I mean, he was good. He just got no help.
Yeah, I feel like he's solid, but sometimes he just got lit up. Like it
was when he saw the order the third time.
Yeah, and then he just got lit up. Like he didn't really miss that bad.
No, he was good. I mean, his fastball slider combo, like if you've seen the overlays on Pitching Ninja, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. So yeah, 10.5.
He's got unbelievable stuff. If the Red Sox get in a jam where they don't have a closer next year, I could see him filling that role just off his stuff alone. And I would love to see him in the rotation because
I know. I think he
can get him in per game for 3-4 innings. I mean, that's just ideal. But if they have to move him to the closer role, I think he's going to be a lockdown closer.
Yeah, I think I would rather see him like coming out of the rotation, not the bullpen.
Yeah.
Armbarn, my bad.
Armbarn, yeah. Then we got Nick Pivetta. I mean, talk about another guy that thrives under pressure. What he did in the playoffs was just like, wow. Yeah. He filled that rover role that Alex Cora employs in the playoffs, and he did an excellent job. I mean, he's the definition. He's the reason why you don't give up on guys with unbelievable stuff.
Yeah. Another dude that I saw come out, and I was actually happy. Yeah. I wasn't fucking scared. Pivetta, and Whitlock were the two dudes that I would see them on the mound, and I would just be like, oh, we're so straight.
Oh, yeah. Because they're going to get 4-ish innings out of them, and they're going to be locked down.
Exactly. We're going to be fine.
I mean, overall season numbers were extremely average with a 4.5 ERA and a 4.2 FIP. But, when it mattered most is when he came out and shoved.
And that's all that really matters, especially being a pitcher.
Yeah.
So I think he's good. And now our dog Erod.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully he's back. I mean, he just kind of got snake bitten. I mean, his ERA was a 4.7, but his FIP was a 3.32. So it shows that defense and just bad luck overall.
I mean, he's always a solid starting pitcher too.
He's gonna eat innings. I mean, he threw 160 this year, coming off a year where he didn't throw at all. So that's a huge step in the right direction.
Oh, I forgot he had that heart thing with COVID.
Yeah, he didn't throw at all last year. And he kind of battled with like lingering side effects. I mean, the one start where he got pulled because of the migraine.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he battled like a warrior the whole year. He had a great FIP. I mean, he did his part, and the rest of the team kind of let him down. But
I think the one thing with Erod is if the Red Sox are going to have like a stacked rotation and everything, I think he kind of needs to step up and get to that instead of being just average and just solid. I think he's next level.
He needs to be that guy. He's shown flashes of it in the past.
Yeah, he has him. Come on.
Yeah.
He looks like a dude, but I think if the Red Sox are going to have a solid rotation, he's going to need to step up.
Yeah. Well, let's see if he's even back next year. The Angels are linked to him very strongly right now.
Really?
Yeah. I could see him going there. I mean, they need pitching help like nobody else.
The Angels just need fucking anything.
They just, I mean, their offense is just unbelievable. It's just like they've just told, like every time there's a big free agent pitcher, big free agent batter, they go after the batter. It's like you need pitching.
You have the greatest player of a generation, and he hasn't seen the playoffs since what, 2014, right?
Yeah, something crazy. And you got Anthony Rendon, you got Ohtani. I mean, build somewhat of a pitching staff for them.
Do something. You can't have.
You got Jared Walsh, Brandon Marsh. You got Joe Adell coming up. I mean, the offense is there.
It's solid.
Build a decent enough pitching staff where
you could be the Red Sox.
Yeah, that's the blueprint they need to follow. The Red Sox pitching is always a little whatever shaky, and the offense is just like unbelievable.
But the Angels, god damn, dude, like.
I think they'll figure it out. This new wave of guys coming up, but
yeah, I think they need to go back to their old jerseys.
Yeah, I think that's what's wrong too.
Here in the end, I think that's a problem.
Yeah, and then finishing off the grades with Christopher Allen Sale.
Love him, dude. I heard a rumor that he has like nipple piercings or a belly button ring. One of the two.
That was an excuse why he was just screwing with a reporter. I think.
Oh, okay. I thought that was an actual thing.
I asked him about something. He's like, "Oh, it's a nipple piercing or something."
That's awesome. I love Chris Sale. I mean, he kind of slew down at the end a little bit.
I mean, he's coming off Tommy John. Coming off Tommy John, speaking from experience, you're going to have days where you feel great, and you're going to have days where you feel like you've never picked up a baseball before, and it's a foreign object.
Yeah,
you're going to have those days. And I think ultimately, I mean, he struck out 28% of guys. He did well. I mean, he pitched really well in that last game against the Astros. I mean, Chris Sale was solid. Finished off on a really high note, and he's going to have a normal offseason where he can get back to build up and be back to who he was.
I think Chris Sale, no doubt in my mind that I think Chris Sale will go back to who he is. So, yeah. All right. Is that it for the grading? Are we good?
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom, the realest in the room. We can't copy everything Section 10 does, right?
No, we cannot.
All right.
They are a great podcast, though.
Huh?
They are a great podcast.
They are a great podcast. And if they see this, they should reach out and give us some pointers or something.
Oh, I hope so.
That'd be nuts.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah. Thanks for listening to the first episode of Landing on Landsdown podcast. And we will see you next time.